Cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, pockets Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome your two sides to the field, Brisbane City and your red and white Olympic.
Did these two just become best friends? They're about to get to know each other a whole lot as they prepare for the first of 4 head-to-head matches in the next 8 weeks. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a damp Goodwin Park for this rescheduled Round 8 clash from the NPL Queensland between Olympic and Brisbane City. James Coughlin in the booth, ready to bring you all the action as these two sides try to keep in touching distance of the top 4 in the league while battling on 3 separate fronts. Both have been busy early in the transfer window, welcoming in several new faces as they set themselves up for a tense next few months, knowing it could all go very, very right or very, very wrong. Let's run through the lineups as the handshakes take place, starting with Olympic, the goalkeeper Lachlan Duke, number 2 Jackson Simkin, 3 Jack Hudson, 5 Cameron Annis-Wade makes his first start for the club after signing during the week, 6 Lewis Greenwood, 7 Dan Leck, 12 Will Avis, 15 Damon Gorrell, 17 Danny Driver, 24 Chris Lucas, and 47 Riley Thompson King. Now coached by Chris Grossman. Meanwhile, on the other side for Brisbane City, the goalkeeper Josh Langdon, 3 Bilal Sadazai, 5 Mirko Crociati captaining the side tonight, 6 Scott Halliday, 8 Ollie Plusnan, 10 Jakub Mudnic, 11 Malachi Love Samira, 12 Masa Yokoyama, 14 Noah McGrath, 15 Kai Bolton, and 26 Corey Brown. They're coached by Peter Gaffney, and City in their alternate navy strip tonight. City in red and white. And thankfully, the rain that hit earlier today has cleared up. I've been watching the Kappa Pro Series semi-final between the Raw and Lions out at Meakin Park that finished in very, very wet conditions. But the good news is we are all clear for tonight's league fixture. It'll be City going from left to right on your screen. Our refereeing team for tonight is headed up by Joel Essex. And with a blast of his whistle, it is go time at Goodwin Park. And Olympic launching it long early. Yokoyama picking up the second ball and out wide to Love Samira. The one change for City from their last match, which was 8 days ago, a 5-2 defeat at the hands of Gold Coast Knights. Bolton looking up with Mudnic. And the former Capalabar player getting it back in the corner, and he'll just rifle it off the defender. Annis-Wade making the block. Well, it's 3 changes for Olympic after their midweek draw, an entertaining 3-3, or 0-0 draw, I beg your pardon, against Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Here is one of the new faces, Cameron Annis-Wade, who came off the bench on Wednesday, and he is starting tonight. And pressure applied by Will Avis. And the third change is 15 Damon Gorrell in. They have taken the place of Lathan Dunn and Tom Larkham, who are on the bench. Brandon McMorrow misses out completely tonight through injury. And Peter Gaffney sporting a cast on that right arm. It's that time of the season where everyone's battling something. Simpkin to take the throw-in against his former side. Spent 2.5 years with Brisbane City. 38 games for making a move in the mid-season transfer window last year. Gorrell crowded out in midfield. Corey Brown, one of the new faces for City. Haven't seen him in this shade of blue since he left Melbourne Victory. Out to that right side. These sides are going through a bit of a feeling out process. Dennis Wade through ball, playing it to Avis. Left foot shot from Chris Lucas as he's welcome back to Goodwin Park after making the move in the transfer window. 29 goals for Olympic in 2019 as they made the run to the NPL Grand Final under Ben Kahn. Crociati just can't control that pass. City working it out to their captain, Crociati, the Italian, or probably by now Italian-Australian. He's been here for quite a while and a popular figure in Queensland football. As Brown is upended by Gorrell. And there is Josh Langdon. We await the free kick to be delivered into the box. Lofted ball in towards the 6-yard box. Duke doesn't get a clean punch on it, and it's there on the follow-up for Crociati, and Duke at the second attempt. We'll save that. Let's go to the replay as punched it straight into Thompson King. Dennis Wade passing it inside for Leck as he'll thread it through for Lucas, and shooting was the only thing on his mind as Langdon will happily see that one go wide as he has to fetch the ball for the goal kick. But how about this pass from Dan Leck, reading the run from Lucas. First meeting for these sides this season. The two league matchups last year both went the way of Olympic. It was 4-0 at Imperial Corp Stadium in round 11. And they met again on the final day of the season. Round 22 here at Goodwin Park. 3-1 victory. Although, two of Olympics' three goal scorers that night no longer, well, not involved tonight. Cyrus Demi, now playing in NPL New South Wales, will come back for the advantage for that foul, and we'll check the replay. His leg was crunched into by Brown. It goes all the way back to Langdon, and City not returning the ball to Olympic. And Brown forward for Love Samira as he drives it to the edge of the 6-yard box, cleared away. Leck back on his feet. And Lucas with the miss hit lofted ball, and that one's landed in the car park. As we mentioned in the introduction, this is the first of 4 head-to-head meetings between these sides in the next 8 or so weeks. Got the round 8 catch-up today, and they'll also meet on the 23rd of August, the final day of the season. And just as luck would have it for the draw, they'll face each other in the Han Australia Cup round of 32. Date and time to be confirmed. And also the Kappa Queensland Cup semi-final, date and time to be confirmed. Feeling by the time that round 23 fixture comes along, they'll be very, very familiar with how one another plays. And Leck wrestling with Crocciati as that one rolls over the sideline. Bolton read the bounce of that one, as did one of the Olympic defenders. And Bolton keeps going, finding Love Samira. He's got support out in the form of Mudnich, but a quarter given by Greenwood, although played that straight into a City player, and now Mudnich will draw not only a foul, but a yellow card for the cynical infringement. In goes a free kick, and Leck does his job. Simpkin gets inside on Crocciati, and the pass has too much on it for Hannes Wade, but Lucas helping the link-up play. Leck with Greenwood for support outside. Halliday up to the challenge. And again, trying to thread it through for Chris Lucas. So the feeling out period continues as we approach the quarter of an hour mark. It is still scoreless as Crociati had probably the best chance of the match so far. I can't imagine the XG on that one would have been all that high either. It could be on for Bolton as he's got a wall of red and white in front of him. It's an Olympic swarm to get in the way, knowing just how dangerous Kai Bolton can be. There's Crociati riding a couple of challenges and touched by Mudnich. Coming together in field, and Leck loses out to McGrath. Space for Brown to measure the cross towards the back post, finding Crociati, and he saw his name go up in lights, Mirko Crociati. That was an excellent cross from Brown to find his opposite fullback. An awkward hide as he take care of that as player is down. All I can tell you is that it was an Olympic player. So some of the other catch-up matches we've had in the last few days is slowly trying to get back on level terms in terms of fixtures played. Easts and the Raw played out a 3-3 draw Wednesday night. Wolves stunned Power with a 4-1 win at AJ Kelly Park. A scoreless draw here at Goodwin Park between Olympic and Sunshine Coast Wanderers. And yesterday, Penn Power 2-0 over Gold Coast Knights. And earlier today, Gold Coast United took on Sunshine Coast Wanderers. That one finished 1-0 to Gold Coast United. Looks like Jack Hudson is the one being helped off the field just as he goes off picture. Brown will take every metre afforded to him by Mr. Essex. Cutting inside Brown, heavy touch. Driver to control Lucas. Gets it to Leck and Sadazai. It's a game played down in Olympics end of the pitch. Yokiyama, and just giving Sadazai a couple of nervous moments. Plusnan, the Mr. Fix-It for City. He's played midfield, fullback, centre back, wherever he's needed. Ciardi. Touch inside, but City giving it back almost straight away. Leck on the turn. So much freedom playing in that role. Daniel Leck. Speaking of freedom, Kai Bolton could be in a bit of space if he can get away from Greenwood, and Olympic again back in numbers. The team really can hold on to the ball for an extended spell of possession unless they're just passing it around their defenders. Inside finding Gorrell, who was a player who picked up the yellow card for the bring down of Mudnich. Simkin inside for Gorrell, and Olympic have had the better of this head-to-head rivalry overall. Total numbers played 25, 16 wins for Olympic, which is kind of surprising when you consider the success that both teams have had at this level. Just 4 wins for Brisbane City and 4 draws. And here at Goodwin Park, 9 wins from 11 games for Olympic. Space for Avis as he'll look to play it early for Lucas, and showed enough of it to Langdon as we're probably used to seeing each other in different colours. Can't bring that one under control. Thompson King. Behind. Leck, and turned over now for City. Love Samira. I may say the cup specialist. Malachi Love Samira is shone on the national stage of the Australia Cup. Simkin really watch on as Hudson can't get the pass to his defensive partner. You can see in the bottom corner of your screen the Olympic Ultras were out in force at the semi-final of the Women's Kappa Pro Series last night. Bolton fires that one across the face of goal. Brown with another measured cross to the back post. Simkin wants to get that one away. So a bit of back and forth head tennis until it finally reaches the surface. Gianni back for Plusnet. Bolton battling with Driver, and score one for Danny Driver. Thought about Going to play the pass instead. Let's it roll over the sideline. Thompson King is left looking for Simpkin, who he plays with Brisbane Raw ties on the pitch tonight, as Leck will now again look for, I want to say that he was looking for Lucas, yeah, but wound up probably getting credited with a shot on goal. Lucas having to hit the afterburners, and it goes. Annis Wade left it, and the only one there was Halliday. Just finishing off that Kappa Pro Series recap. So the women's final will be Caboolture against Olympic, and the men's final will be Moreton City against Lions. Dates and times and venues all to be confirmed. In space, room to run, as eventually ran all the way into Hudson, and Lucas was hoping that clearance would be a little bit more in his direction. Bolton even away from goal, edge of the 18-yard box, shot is blocked. Spins into the path of Brown. Another cross, this time near post, headed away by Driver. Ciardi under control, and now Yokiyama with the strike, and blaze that one just over the bar, and another half chance for Brisbane City. That's it. Yokiyama is not far removed from scoring a hat-trick against East, which actually proved to be the difference in a 5-2 win for City. They've won 5-2 this month. They've lost 5-2 this month. Passing in the midfield, finds its way to Simpkin, and Akiyama blocks first option, so goes down the sideline to Avis. And back for Leck, as tries to put his mark on the game, Dan Leck. Clever work. Avis gets it to Annis Wade. Did that come off the arm of Halliday? If it did, it wasn't enough for a free kick to go the way of Olympic. And they'll on the defensive as Bolton collides with Hudson. It's 50-50 to me at best. Hudson, who appears to have shaken off whatever was ailing him earlier tonight. even opening half hour, but very few clear-cut chances so far. Unable to pick out Lucas again with that direct approach. Langdon a long way off his line, but no need for him to go on an adventure. Yokoyama from a very long way out, and that was always bending away from Lockie Duke's goal. One of those mid-season moves for Lockie Duke as he joins Olympic from Gold Coast Knights. He's only with them for half a season after spending some time with the Brisbane Raw NPL side. And the signing of Duke was, by and large, out of necessity, as Matt Lugo started the season as the number one for Olympic, as he was last year. Ben Wood, his backup, but speaking to Grossman during the week, Lugo's work commitments prevented him from being able to see out the season, which I suppose is a good thing if work's going well enough to keep you that busy. And then Ben Wood had stepped up to take over the starting role, and he found himself in a similar situation, and so he is going to be the cup goalkeeper for Olympic going forward, because Duke is cup tied. So Wood is going to start a couple of times against City for the run home, but for the league campaign at least, it is the 20-year-old's job for the foreseeable future. Throwing for Lewis Greenwood. His first year at Goodwin Park after playing for Caboolture last year, and prior to that, Penn Power. Woodnich straight in behind again, and it's been a theme of City tonight, trying to get Kai Bolton in behind the defensive duo of Driver and Hudson, but it's been close, but not close enough just yet. Although it could be on here for Bolton, as he'll play it off Hudson for the corner. See what the replay tells us. It's left a mark on Bolton either way. The season so far for both of these sides. Start with Olympic. 5 wins, 2 draws, 5 defeats. 17 points. Meanwhile, City, 4 wins, 3 draws and 7 defeats. 7th and 9th, respectively, on the league table heading into the weekend. With, of course, a plethora of catch-up games taking place after the deluge to start the season. Corner to the back post, looking for Satazai. Cleared away by Olympic. Brown asking for the ball as see this header from Simpkin. In swinging delivery from Brown. Yokoyama making the run to provide a short option, but the referee stops play for quick word to the players in the 6-yard box. Again, putting the pressure on Duke, and Pleasanton was expecting it to reach him as he didn't quite know what to do with it. May not have had time to react either, Ollie Pleasanton. And Simpkin gets the pass away as he collected Crociati on the follow-through. Miscommunication with Gorrell and Simpkin. Leck. No way through that City defence. Dennis Wade not overly happy with how that pass came off. The Olympic Junior returns to his boyhood club after some overseas stints. So it's so important for these two sides to go on a run as the season moves into the second half of fixtures. As it stands, Olympic, well, if the scoreline holds, Olympic would be 3 points out of 4th place ahead of Penn Power. Well, City would be 5 points behind, still a long way to go. However, looking at the other end of the table, St George Willawong would be just 5 points behind City and 7 points behind Olympic. Both margins to make the finals or find themselves in a relegation scrap. Very, very realistic. This is about the longest spell of possession either of these sides have had tonight as you begin their forward foray. McGrath keeping it moving. Mudnik, he's got Brown storming forward outside him. It's it to Corey Brown. It's there. Love Samira. Great save by Duke. And on the follow-up, he punches it away before Yokoyama can not at home. Double stop almost by the new Olympic shot stopper. Samira will be wondering, how did he not bury that opportunity? And another telling ball in from that left side by Corey Brown. And goal kick is the decision. Leck showcasing some impressive strength to hold off Sadazai and keep his team in possession. Last touch off Plasnen, much to his disagreement, and that's going to earn him a stern word from the referee. I'll assume that only ended in a warning for the City defender. Davis back for Simpkin. This Wade, I think he's switched over to this near side of the pitch now. And here he is on the end of that pass with storming down, closing down. It was Halliday providing the pressure. Nakayama helping orchestrate his side getting out of pressure, but he's played his side right back into a dangerous spot. But Lucas's pass is cut out by Sadazai. The initial mistake is definitely not what Peter Gaffney would have wanted. At least his defenders were there to help minimise the damage from that turnover in what would have been an otherwise dangerous position. So 3.5 minutes of normal time remaining in the first half of this rescheduled round 8 clash from NPL Queensland. James Coughlin bringing you all the action on FQTV. It's been a very busy weekend for what was originally scheduled as a standalone Kappa Pro Series weekend. Now Leck, as he's wrestled to ground by McGrath for the shirt pull, and all the discussions will continue as we go to the replay. And that was adjudged to have been enough of a shirt pull to warrant the free kick, and isn't this Dan Leck's territory? It's a wide angle, and Langdon is one of the best shot stoppers in the state. But Leck is also one of the best dead ball strikers in Queensland, and that wasn't one of the best. So couldn't get by the wall, as Olympic will at least have the throw in from an attacking position. Brown only reaches Brown, who heads it straight to Gorrell. Thompson King crosses it to Plusnan. Cocciati doesn't quite have the speed to get around Hudson. Excellent first touch by Simpkin. Gorrell keeps it moving. Thompson King is just left standing there with all of his passing lanes cut out. Eventually finds Greenwood. Moved over the top, but Sadazai has a head of steam, and Lucas will go straight through the back. Gorrell. Ford, Thompson King teaming up. Leck returns it to, I'd say, his former Raw teammate in Corey Brown, but Leck was with the senior side. Brown was actually playing for the victory. Chested down by Yokiyama, and we had two bites at the cherry, both blocked out by Olympic. And they'll try and launch one last attack as we move into first half stoppage time. And that one is allowed to run. Ball across the face of goal, looking for Avis. And a desperation challenge took away what would have been a pretty clear-cut chance for the home side. And Halliday tracking back again from his midfield spot. He'll take the congratulations of a few grateful teammates. Possibly the final action of the first half to the near post, and header from Annis Wade was, I think, still rising as it hit the netting behind Langdon's goal. Mistimed leap. The follow-up from Love Samira sees that go out for an Olympic throw-in. A little bit more football to come before the break. Mudnich it's by Leck and sees off Gorrell. McGrath back to Sadazai over for Plusnan. Avis finding Annis Wade, who is holding a very advanced position, but doesn't do much. Thompson King throws it in straight to Simpkin. Out for Avis. He'll be afforded room to pass it back to Thompson King. He's cross straight off Crociati. And Bolton and Leck. It's Hudson. Just exchanging pleasantries as we await the halftime whistle. A few of the fans in the crowd want to make an early dash to the canteen. And now the fans can go to the canteen. And we can step away for a brief break after a scoreless first half at Goodwin Park. Olympic 0, Brisbane City 0. We'll be back after this.
In 2014, when ISIS attacked our country, we faced a lot of trauma. ISIS took me and my family, and they killed a lot of people. Thousands of people are still missing, so we had to leave. We had no choice. Me and my family, we were with ISIS for 20 months. We just had to leave, we had no choice. My cousin and my sister, they sent someone over there to help us escape, and he came with a van, just like a small van. 31 people, we all got into one van. It was very hard, we were all over each other. We drove, lights off, so no one can see us in that village. We were just hoping to get to a safe place. We were just telling ourselves, they will see us, they will find us, because ISIS were everywhere around us. When first arriving in Australia, obviously new country, new place, new life, I felt like I was a newborn to this world. It was very hard for me. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't speak the language. That was probably one of the hardest things for me. I felt lonely. Later on, I told myself, I just have to get up and I just have to find somewhere. Find friends, just go on street, walk everywhere, find people, talk to them, even if I don't know how to speak, just keep working hard. So I started school when I arrived in Australia in 2018 at Harristown State High School. One of my football academy coaches, he told me, Yashin, you should become a referee. And I was doing a few school games and picking up the flag and running the lines, and he told me, there's a course here in Toomba if you want to do it. Woke up that morning, should I do, should I not, should I do it or not? I just had to make a choice. The course was like starting at 9 o'clock and I woke up at 10 o'clock, knocked on the door. Hello, who is this? I've registered, sorry, I know I'm late, but I want to become a referee, I want to do this. Once I started the course, obviously, that moment changed my mind. I was telling myself, why did I have to not to come here? Why did I have to be 1 hour late? Changed my mind, absolutely. Changed my life. I was feeling safe there, sitting by 25 people around me, talking to me in a very nice way. I was very excited. Refereeing 100% helped me to become more confident and building leadership. My life has changed a lot. Before I start, just the biggest thing is we have to look professional. We have to trust ourselves, believe in each other when we are making a call. If you make a call, just be confident, just make it, okay? We need to believe in each other as well. We are a team out there, We need to look professional and have a good game. Sounds good? No worries. Let's do this. I'm feeling more comfortable, more safer. I've met a lot of kind people. They always help me and support me. I absolutely love refereeing, and it changed my life. I really enjoy it, and I don't do it for money. I just do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I have a lot of people behind the scenes. They help me and support me.
What makes Sully Sully is probably just, how energetic he is, how hard he wants to work for what he wants and everything like that, He fights hard for who he cares about and what he likes and what he enjoys. So when you get in Sully's close bubble, you really get to see him grow as a person and how much he enjoys hanging out with people and doing different things. No matter where you are, you always have a good time with Sully.
I think it was like 2 years ago. I was standing up just a stay, and I was like my friends, Nat and others who were sitting beside me, and they were telling me, will we see you one day wrecking on this pitch? And I told them, yeah, maybe, hopefully. And see, here we are now.
Yeah, true, maybe.
Here we are. So since I've become a referee, first year, I just keep working really hard, and I won an award the first year. On my second year, I got onto the FK Academy for 2 years, and then after that, I won the Referee of the Year in Darling Downs, and I refereed the Darling Downs Grand Final, and went to the National Youth Championship. So big steps for me, and obviously, I want to keep growing and keep building that trust. And I'm always confident when I referee. I take every opportunities that I've been given, and I always take it no matter what opportunities I have. And I definitely want to go further. I want to become an A-League referee one day. I know it takes time. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow, 1 month later, 1 year, 5 years later. I want to keep building my trust and confidence and get there. One advice I could give to people is never give up. Just keep working hard. Life is hard. You have to work hard for it. Don't give up no matter what you do. Just keep trust in yourself, keep building trust in yourself. Take opportunities and do it, because if I've done it, I know how it feels. It was very hard for me at the beginning. I've done it, I know I can do it, I know others can do it as well.
How do I finish this time? One straight off.
Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
All right, we are back for the second half of this NPL Queensland Round 8 clash between Olympic and Brisbane City. And that scoreboard on your screen should tell you all you need to know about the first half. It was a relatively cagey affair. And there have been a pair of halftime changes from Chris Grossman, with Lathan Dunn coming on in 11 and Fumi Sono also making his return from injury. And we are back in action. So Sono makes his return after last playing in the Kappa Queensland Cup against Moreton City on May 21. Well done. Started the last game and he is getting the second 45 minutes to shine tonight. And as Wade is putting the pressure on Sadazai, but Fender holds up in the challenge. Pressure on Uchiati, but he's got the safety net of Langdon. Sadazai again under pressure from the new signing, but able to see it off. Headed by Bolton, and Love Samira putting the pressure on Greenwood. Penn Power teammates. It could be on for, like, out for Dunn. He keeps the move going, but Dunn is dispossessed after Plusden got in his way. And Sono, much to the chagrin of Leck, will let that one run behind for a corner. Keep an eye on Dan Leck. He's just moving through the centre of your picture now on the edge of the 18-yard box. And up go the arms, asking, it was a cross. He was in about as much space as he's been afforded tonight. Cross to the near post, cleared away. Bolton shrugs off Sono, who might come back for a second attempt at the tackle, and through ball for Love Samira, too wide of an angle to get the shot away, but he'll cross it to the back post. No City players waiting. Now Olympic the other way with Lucas storming out on the right. Leck. To Thompson King, who quickly passes it straight to Crociati. Under plenty of pressure, the Italian can only play it over the sideline. Thompson King. Running Leck, and he's quickly closed down. Greenwood. No room for him. Sono tries to drive it through. Now Leck. Try and clip that one. Goal bound, but it just winds up on the roof of Langdon's net as Olympic have started this second half very brightly. Thompson King turns it over to Yokiyama, and City happy to quickly play on. Here's Brown. Able to pick it out to Bolton as driver. See what was coming with that pass. Lucas stretching his legs and he's lost his footing. Grossman going for a little bit of a jog to retrieve the football. Grossman joining Olympic after leaving his post as Aurora's youth coach. A very successful stint coaching that NPL side. Here's Grossman, and now he's at Olympic with a record of 28 wins, 10 defeats, and 28 wins, 10 draws, I beg your pardon, and 24 defeats in his time at Goodwin Park. There is confirmation of those halftime subs. Damon Gorrell and Will Avis withdrawn for Lathan Dunn and Fumi Sono. He's on the injury front for Olympic as well, with Lyndon Farr not too far away from a return. Intricate passing from Olympic, and cross too tall for Lucas as he and Brown will compete for the ball. The decision, I believe, is throw in. Brown did stay on the ground. That's the two wily veterans discuss their recent coming together. City have been struggling for results at the moment. They've won just one of their last 6 in the NPL. 5 of a possible 18 points. Another draw isn't a bad result by any means. They do want to press for top 4 and start finding ways to take all 3. Bolton able to get on the end of that one. And there's more rain on the way. We may not get anything too heavy. Just looking at the radar. And cross back for Brown as he opted for the safe option first up after getting the call from Langdon. Putting all that experience to good use, Brown, as Lucas was hanging back, waiting for the ball to drop for him.
First contact.
And the last touch was off City, so another corner for the home side, as Dunn has been very busy in his 10 plus minutes of action so far. Thompson King delivers this time towards the back post, headed goalwards. Saved by Langdon, with Annis Wade looking to tip it home. Possibly deflect it. Midfield battle continues with both sides stronger in defence and attack as Simpkin strides forward, gets it to Dunn, curling ball towards the back post, commanding header by Sadazai, but Lucas bounces on the backwards pass by City. Now Thompson King, as he's nearing a milestone for Olympic. Riley Thompson King making his 49th senior appearance for the club after joining at the start of last year. Next week against Gold Coast Knights will be first team match number 50 for Olympic. And here goes City on the counter attack. Love Samira. Get a clean dribble on the ball, but did just enough to force the concession of the throw-in from Benny Driver. Brown keeping it moving as Love Samira is flagged for offside. Those two would know each other quite well. City subs go through their warm-ups. And hoists that high up into the night sky. It falls to the feet of Sono. Midfield's still trying to exert their influence on the game. On for the defenders tonight as Mudnik got to it first, but stoppage now for the injury. That was Greenwood, who was the player felled in that challenge. You can see the rain falling. A couple of players have required treatment tonight. So, you know, holding back in the challenges from either side. Yama trying to dribble his way through, but cut out by the duo, including Sono. Lucas shrugs off Brown. Is this the moment for Olympic to find the breakthrough? Lucas, early ball to the back post, and just like a lot of the attacks, it's fizzled out. Due in large part to that man, Bilal Sadazai, who's a monster game. Now Lucas is getting told to settle down after continuing his dialogue with the officials. I need to look as far back as the Kappa Pro Series semi-final earlier today to see what saying the wrong thing can do. Luke Borean picked up a pair of yellow cards in the space of about 5 seconds for dissent, and he was sent off. Making that even more remarkable is the fact that Borean was the reserve goalkeeper for Lions and didn't get a chance to feature on the pitch. Langdon just bounces off Greenwood. As he restarts play, Josh Langdon making his 18th start of the season. Just 4 clean sheets for him so far this year. One in the Kappa Pro Series against his former club, Gold Coast Knights. One in the Kappa Queensland Cup at Logan in the all-important contest that booked their spot in the round of 32 of the Hahn Australia Cup. As well as a pair of clean sheets in the NPL. Done. Plays it first time to the penalty spot for Brown, and Leck passed up the shot. I was waiting for him to drive that one goal bound, but instead he tried to turn provider. Leck, first time again, going for the conductor role as he tries to unleash one of his teammates. Seeing Leck operating as more of a playmaker. He's won the club golden boot in the NPL 3 times. Dan Leck. Scoring 16 goals in 2020, 18 in 2021. And oh, that is a bad challenge, and that is going to be a yellow card for Sadazai. Well, he might have gotten the ball in that challenge, but Certainly a heavy collision on Leck, and I think that's what it was for the launching in and the raised boot. That is the last thing that Olympic would be hoping for at the moment. An injury to the key playmaker, Leck. He have 67 NPL goals for the club. And that is going to be the end of the evening for Sadazai, as well, as he is quickly withdrawn for Ethan Doherty in 27. Handy replacement to have Ethan Doherty. Plenty of experience across several clubs in the southeast. Lions, Strikers, Rochdale. A few players coming over for refreshments on the Olympic bench, as well as some instructions from their coach. And Mike will get the chance to run this one off as Grossman may be preparing to go to his bench. And after all is said and done, a couple of minutes delay, play can resume. Now it can resume. Challenging first touch for Thompson King opens up chance for City to put some pressure on. Bolton is on over the sideline. These have been relatively hard to come by in the league for Olympic in their 12 games prior to tonight. Grand total of 18. One of the lowest scoring teams in NPL Queensland Olympic, but defensively they have cancelled that out with just 15 conceded. Lofted, long ball as Doherty heads it down for Crociati to thump forward. A few City juniors in the crowd watching on as Bolton stood on the ball and gave up possession. Lucas, tied pass into Brown, pounces on the rebound. Sono. And Brown goes straight through the back of Lucas, and they will stop now as Lucas has stayed down, and love to tell you what's going on here, but we'll assume Corey Brown is going into the notebook, given Joel Essex reaching for his pocket. There it is, yellow card for Brown. As he is very familiar with the referees in NPL Queensland, his third booking in his 5th game. Sadazai and Brown both booked for City, although I feel like Brown may see out the match. Coming up next weekend, we've got round 16 of the NPL Queensland competition. Friday night, Sunshine Coast Wanderers hosting Moreton City. A pair of games on Saturday. Penn Power, Gold Coast United and Brisbane City taking on Wolves. And then triple header Sunday. Raw East, Lions and St George both at 3 p.m. And then it wraps up once again here at Goodwin Park with Olympic taking on Gold Coast Knights. Husden, knowing he's got that safety net at the back, will get it to Langdon, who'll try and pick out Mudnich with the long ball. Still just waiting for someone to take this game by the scruff of the neck. Chances few and far between. A lot of work for either goalkeeper outside of retrieving it. It's gone out of play. One double save by Duke in the first half, although you could see some action here as Lucas slides in to take it away from Plusden, but no one able to get on the end of that. Love Samira tripped up by Greenwood. Free kick taken quickly to McGrath. And Halliday wins a free kick after making sure they saw the contact. Bolton unable to control that pass that was on him before he was perhaps ready for it. Greenwood back in possession, finding Lucas, who will be felled by Doherty, and he'll become the third City player to go into Mr. Essex's notebook. Substitution was just made for Olympic. We'll just wait for graphical confirmation of that. I can tell you that on in 19 is Oscar Erenkeje. He's given up the number 24 jersey for new arrival Lucas. A loose pass is picked up by Lucas. Here is Erenkeje. Got options for the cross. Thompson King making the overlapping run. Is it to Lucas with the left-footed strike? Can't direct that one goalwards. He's come on for Annis Wade. Now back to live pictures. End of the catch-up weekend in league play for NPL Queensland. This one was originally down to be on round 8. Scores between Olympic and Brisbane City. James Coughlin bringing all the action on FQTV. Brown trips over Dunn after that clearing header. First of 4 head-to-head meetings coming up between these two sides, and there is a little bit of caginess about this one. Well, if you are playing along at home, they've met twice in knockout games. Both been won on penalties by Olympic. It's the inaugural NPL Queensland Grand Final in 2013, as well as the 2017 then FFA Cup qualifier. We have a breakthrough now from Bolton, and he fires it straight into the midsection of Duke. Tally of shots on target feels the generous interpretation of what's unfolded tonight. Plus minutes to find a breakthrough. We'll probably be looking at 3 or 4 minutes of time added on. Jack Waldock being prepared to enter the fray for the visitors. Doherty opts to defer to Brown for the throw-in. Wasted opportunity for City. Can Waldock be an impact substitute? Well, we'll find out probably at the next break in play. He prepares to make his way in. Doherty cut out that throw in, but gives it straight back to Olympic. Here in KJ. It's Crociati. Promising youngster Oscar here in KJ. 14 senior appearances for City last season. 1 goal in round 16 against Redlands away. Scored his lone goal of 2025 for Olympic. It's a Raw just over a month ago. And Leck chests it down. And Leck find space as City know who the danger man is. 3 players around Leck. Sniffing out that chance. Yokoyama. Now he's unleashed. Love Samira. Malachi Love Samira into the box and buries the opportunity. A counter-attack goal for Brisbane City. And they finally have the breakthrough. Malachi Love Samira getting on the end of the pass from Masa Yokoyama. And in the 80th minute, they finally got that goal. Love Samira's 6th of the season. Just his second in the league. City will also make their substitution. Jakub Bundic exits. And Jack Warlock, as was teased by the movement on the sideline before, will come in to the match. Freshening up that midfield, and well, the best chance of the game was buried. It's his time of the year. Malachi loves Samira. Can Olympic find an instant reply? No such luck, and it's still there for Olympic. Cheap turnover, and Brown gets it to the goal scorer. Fijian Malachi loves Samira. He's coached at high school level by John Cosmina. And City will, they'll just happily hold on to the ball for the next 10 plus minutes if Olympic can't get it off them. And Greenwood asking for an option, but probably longer than he would have liked for Lucas to present himself, as he touched by Aaron Kedje. Allows Halliday to come over in cover. And down goes Corey Brown, and he'll get checked on by the referee. Just giving the all clear to go ahead. Love Samira getting some instructions from the bench. Possible tactical shift to try and preserve this 1-0 lead. And risking the commentator's curse. Here's Aaron Kedje chests it down for Lucas, but City's last head-to-head win over Olympic in the league was 2017 in round 18 at Imperial Corp Stadium. 4-1 win on the night. Double for Sam Sibatuara. One Mitch Hoare. And play continues after everyone paused for a second with his second ball on the pitch, and Chris Grossman as well. I was thinking he was still playing. Crociati flirting with danger as he allowed that one to keep going. Thompson King trying to get through a couple of challenges, and City getting it back. Simpkin holding off Bolton, and free kick going the way of the home side. Thompson King. Waldock is out to Greenwood in that one-on-one battle. Greenwood getting the ball back from Lucas. Leck. Out for Greenwood. He's got space to measure the delivery and fizzed across the face of goal. It goes for Aaron KJ as he tries to turn and strike at goal bound. Thompson King for Leck, and shot is blocked by his teammate. The follow-up by Dunn off the back of McGrath. Olympic preparing to spend a whole lot of time in this area of the pitch, they hope, as they chase an equaliser and a free kick. The foul on Simpkin and a yellow card is shown. I'm not entirely sure that was for the foul or possibly for the remonstration afterwards, as McGrath will pick up the booking. I'm pretty sure it was for Noah McGrath. Yellow cards, but moments away from 3 points if they can just see it out from here. But teased it in the first half. This is Daniel Leck thrives. Langdon standing centrally. Leck strikes a free kick and at full extension. It's saved by Langdon. Well, first free kick was straight into the wall. That one goal bound. Will Leck get another chance? And more substitutions coming up now. Trio of changes with Nathan Beagley, Mark Galindo and Niall Tom all coming in. Yama, one of the players, withdrawn. Scott Halliday also coming off. Might have even been Love Samira, the third player replaced. One back. It is not Love Samir. It is Tom now getting it to. And his goal separates the side. Switch of play for Bolton, who had strayed offside. Substitution for Olympic. Perhaps Ali Ahmad coming on. We'll endeavour to work out who that was. Olympic chases much needed equaliser. Need it down the other end of the pitch to Olympic. We're moving into stoppage time in the second half. KJ. Touches it down, and Brown will saunter forward to take the throw in. Don't wait too long, knowing he's already been booked. Waiting for the ball from halfway is like just making sure not so much time was wasted there, but it may not matter too much as Love Samira let that one roll behind for a goal kick. He was adamant it should have been a corner, but anyway, Olympic need to get the ball forward. Finding Greenwood. Lucas trying to tee up here on KJ, but was asking a bit too much of the youngster. Sono keeping that one in, finding Leck. Connection with Lucas isn't quite there yet. And the assistant signals for an Olympic throw-in after actually it was called as a city ball. Hudson. What about the hit and hope forward, but instead they'll try and play their way through, but Sono can't direct that pass where he needed it to go. Brown given the hurry up. Galindo, the substitute, out for Bolton. So he'll try and ice this game for City. Bolton with the strike, and down well to save was Duke. Running back well off that lethal left foot. No rush for City to take this corner either. Plenty of discussion. The referee from the Olympic players asking for as much additional time as possible. Only 3 City players in the box to target. So unsurprisingly, it finds the head of Sono. And Ali Ahmad gives away the free kick. See the setup for Olympic if they can get the ball back. This set piece. First, they have to back off the delivery from Crociati. Only a couple of targets again to aim for in the box. No need for City to commit too many men forward. They need numbers back for moments like this, and Brown will thump that one over the sideline. Be too much longer left. Leck Getting the ball back as Olympic desperately chase an equaliser. Here is Ahmad. Cross towards the back post and just over the head of Chris Lucas. And it will end Brisbane City 1, Olympic 0. City's first league win over Olympic since 2017. Malachi Love Samira's 80th minute strike is enough for the visitors to take off with all 3 points. And before too long, they'll line up to do it all again in the Hahn Australia Cup and the Kappa Queensland Cup. Thank you very much for your company on this rainy Sunday night. I'm James Coghlan. This has been a production of Double Take Sports for Football Queensland. Good night.